Hi everyone, Nathan E. Martano here, the internet's busiest action figure reviewer. Today we're taking a look at the Knight of Ren from Star Wars, the Black Series, aka Vicrul. That is his actual name. This is of course part of the latest Black Series wave of figures with Count Dooku, the Sith Jet Trooper, Zori Bliss. I have a review of Count Dooku and the Sith Jet Trooper. You should definitely check those out. I'll leave a link in the description for both of those. But today we're looking at the Knight of Ren, aka Vicrul. And you can see right here, he is in the standard red and black box from the line. Of course, you got a nice picture of Vicrul right there. He is 105 in the line. On the back right here is a bio. You can pause and read it now. On the side of the box here, you can see it says Knight of Ren and then Knight O in the back. On the bottom, we got the barcode and such. On the top, not a whole lot going on. So let's go ahead and crack this guy open. We're going to take a look at the accessories and then the figure itself. Okay, so first up here, we've got his blaster pistol, which is a new design and a new gun to the Black Series. We have not seen this one before, so it's always exciting to get a new weapon for the line. Of course, I think this blaster is unique to his character. I don't recall seeing any other characters use this one. Maybe some other members of the Knights of Ren. So I guess for now, we'll say it is exclusive to the Knights of Ren. But look at all this nice detail. Of course, the sculpt work is insane. There's all these little divots and cuts and screw looking things on here. Looks really nice. You can see the barrel right there. It's got a little tiny scope on it as well. The sculpting looks so good. Also has some really nice paint application. Of course, you can see there's a little brown handle right there, which also has some nice sculpted detail in there to make it look like a wrap around the grip. So that's really nice. And of course, you can see that it is painted silver and has a very nice subtle black wash over it to give those details that little bit of extra pop there. So that looks really awesome. I think this turned out well. Then we've also got his staff scythe thingy. I don't really know what you would call this weapon, but again, it's also got some great details on it. You can see the blade part here has really nice sculpted details, and again has that really nice subtle black wash over it to give it some details here. Hasbro has really been killing it with this new wave of Black Series figures, and it's been a long time since we've really seen paint detail like this on a figure's accessories. So really appreciated that they went the extra mile and didn't just phone it in for the Knight of Ren. Yeah, that looks really great. The handle also has really nice details on here. You can see it goes from like a black plastic to the silver. It's got some more brown wrappings right there, and then at the very end, the handle is also very nice sculpted work, and again, has tons of paint wash detail on it to make it look nice and gritty and grimy. And yeah, both of these weapons turned out really well. Really happy when Hasbro actually gives a shit about the accessories. So now, let's take a look at Vicrul. All right, and here is Vicrul out of the packaging, and holy crap, does he look awesome. Tons of sculpt work on here, really nice details throughout the figure, a lot of paint variation, a lot of paint on the figure in general. And as he's spinning around, you can see he's got some really nice textured details of his costume. Nice mix of matte black and shiny black plastic throughout. And even though this character is literally on screen for about 4 seconds in Rise of Skywalker / The Force Awakens, he also has some nice moments in the Rise of Kylo Ren comic book. So I'm hoping that based on the popularity of the comic that maybe Hasbro will give us the rest of the Knights of Ren, but honestly, I'm not really holding my breath for that, considering they'd probably have to make new molding for each individual member because they are all so unique. I don't think you could really use different parts, which is a little bit of a bummer, but hey, at least we got one of them. So let's go ahead. We're going to take him off the stand and get a closer look. All right, up close and personal, here we are with Vicrul. And you can see right off the bat, the helmet has some really nice, wonderful detailing on here. The paint application for all these little grids on his face are so clean. That looks really nice. Really impressed with how Hasbro has been nailing the paint application detail on these figures lately. You can see on this side of the figure, though, they kind of forgot to paint the very edge of the design of the mask. You can see where it's supposed to also be silver, but They forgot about that one, but it's okay. From the front here, you can't even really tell, and it just looks fantastic. Really nice, clean line work there. He's also got a little bit of paint variation on the helmet. This is like a grayish brown here, and I like the contrast how it's still a little shiny, but it's not as shiny as the black plastic used for the helmet. So you have a little bit of variation there, and you can see there it gets a little sloppy, but it's a Hasbro figure. There's always going to be that degree of sloppiness to it. And you can see moving down to the chest, he's got some really nice sandy details on him, mixed in with that really nice texturing throughout the costume design. And this is actually some soft plastic here, so you can really get some really nice articulation, which I'll show you later. And yeah, you don't really see paint detail like this on a Hasbro figure, and especially on the back. The sandiness goes all the way over onto the back of the figure. Really happy they went so above and beyond here. And you can see he also has this really nice sculpted line design throughout the costume. Of course, it gets broken up once you move the torso away, but when you have it straight up, it moves all the way down through to the bottom design of the character. I'm taking a look at the arms here. Really nice sculpted details as well. I love the gauntlets here, I guess, are like a very shiny black plastic. Really brings out a nice contrast and makes it actually look like a real piece of armor. And it even has some like little Batman-esque nubbins there. It's pretty cool. The belt also has some nice details on it. You can see some really clean silver paint application there. And again, it is more of a shiny black plastic, and you can see the weapon storage right there for the Knight of Ren. And it continues all the way on the back. And I'll show you how to put the gun in here because it is a little different. Obviously, you see this, you can't just holster it straight down, so you kind of gotta put the bottom part of the gun in there. And then, yeah, just kind of move the top piece. It's soft enough, you can just kind of move it up and over on the gun, and then it rests in there just fine. And then boom, you got some nice weapon storage there. Continuing down, you can see like the skirt piece of this also has that really nice texturing to it, and even has more sandy details on the bottom there. Really nice sculpt work. Hasbro went above and beyond for the sculpt of this. You can even see more sandy details here on the inside of the skirt, which is not something you see often. Of course, it's kind of just like right there, but when you put his legs down, kind of how they are when he is in the box, looks really nice. And of course, taking a look at his legs here, you can see the pants are a really nice unique sculpt. This shin guard armor also really nice sculpted details there, and tons of paint, tons and tons of paint on this guy. I don't think I've seen a Hasbro figure with this much paint detail on it in a while, especially with this dirty sandy look that he's got going on here. So you can see it continues all the way down to the boots, all the way around. Man, really like the way this turned out. Really great details on here, nice sculpt work and everything. It's nice to see Hasbro seemingly stepping their game up big time when it comes to the Black Series line. And with the details all considered, I think this is shaping up to be a pretty nice figure. So let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. Okay, so Vicrul can look up pretty far. He can also look down really far. He has the double neck joint here, so you have articulation at the top and bottom of the neck. And like I was saying, his chest piece here is soft plastic, so you can really get some really nice poses, a lot of attitude out of him. Of course, the head can spin all the way around if you so choose. Really nice head articulation there. Love the double neck joint. You can see that the shoulders move all the way out like this, no problems at all. It also rotates all the way around. He's got a butterfly joint in there as well, which is hidden by the costume design, but a nice touch. He also has single jointed elbows that work just like that, give you just about 90 degrees, a little bit more if you force it. Swivel at the elbow, of course, and the wrist rotates. This one is on a vertical hinge, which gives you a lot of down motion there. Not so much up, it definitely, the cuff of the sleeve gets in the way there. And then on this side, you've got the horizontal hinge. And of course, it rotates around. For the torso here, of course, we get an ab crunch, which he can crunch forward just a little bit, and he can crunch back a whole lot. And of course, it rotates around. You can get some side to side out of him as well. Really nice range of movement here at the torso. But of course, like I was saying, it does break up the sculpt here once you start moving him around, but can't really do anything about that. Of course, the legs can't really kick out that far, and that is because of the skirt here. Of course, you can force it, but of course you don't want to damage anything on the figure, but that's pretty much about the maximum range you get forcing it. That's with his foot down, which still isn't bad. Of course, the Knights of Ren are mostly posed up. Oh, actually, seems like a little floaty piece here, so maybe you can just get a little bit more. No, it's about the same. But this does have some give to it, the skirt piece here, so that's nice. Of course, they can't really kick back at all because of the skirt. He does have a thigh cut still, though, which works great. And this is a new thing here, and this is the single jointed knee. We saw this on Count Dooku, which doesn't look horrible from the side, but when you look at it from the front, I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure about that knee design there. It works for Dooku because it has that little extra flap there that covers up the knee joint, but on the Knight of Ren, it doesn't have anything like that. But when he's standing like this, it looks fantastic. The joint's completely hidden. You can't see any pegs or anything like that, or pins, but yeah, just as soon as you do that, I don't know. I don't think I like that. But of course, it rotates right there, and you move down. The feet move all the way down. They don't move up very far because the shin armor gets in the way, but of course, you've got that nice ankle pivot. So now we're going to go ahead, So now we're going to go ahead and compare this guy to some other Black Series figures as well as some other figures in general. Here he is next to the Sith Jet Trooper and the Rise of Skywalker Kylo Ren. Here he is with Dooku and a Sith Trooper, 2 of the NECA Turtles. Here he is with the Bandai Model Kit Clone Trooper and the Mafex First Order Stormtrooper. Then finally with the McFarlane Toys Johnny Silverhand and the Marvel 80th Anniversary Iron Man. So yeah, overall this figure is pretty damn good. It's got really nice details on it. I think the details are easily the best part of the figure on the actual figure and the accessories as well. Of course, the articulation is pretty good too. My only real issue with this figure is the ugly single jointed knees. Of course, I don't really hate the single jointed knees in general. I think it's okay, especially if we're going to get more articulation up here in the arms and neck. I'm willing to sacrifice the double knees, especially on characters like this where you know you can't really pose him super dynamically because of the way the costume is designed. But yeah, I really think that's my only issue with this figure. I hope Hasbro gives us the rest of the Knights of Ren, although I'm not holding my breath for that one. So what do you guys think of Vicrul? Are you going to pick this guy up or are you going to skip him? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed my review, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We're always talking action figure news and reviews on the channel. Of course, don't forget to share this video with all your Star Wars loving friends. I'm Nate from Out of the Basement. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.